Maggie.
You had a rough day then. It didn't go well, did it?
No, it didn't. All right, we're coming up live now, but I still got to copy the code over to the website.
Alrighty. Oh, here's the clicks.
All right, there we are. We are live. We are live Thursday night. I don't know what's going on with my eyeballs. Let me get closer, and then they don't look black. I have changed rooms, so my lighting is a little bit off. Anyways, my name's Jim Hall. Tonight we're going to be talking about...
Your volume's a little low, Jim.
Oh, it sounds good to me.
Sounds good to you? Louis, your volume's a little low. Tonight we're going to be talking about free and paid marketing. And we're going to talk about some strategies and, ways to set some things up, why you should build a following versus just, trying to get sales. And that will help you in the long run. And I think that Robin's really excited about sharing some content on this week. So I'm going to pass it to her right away while I see if I can fix my eyeballs here.
All right, cool. I always feel like I go too long when I start, but I'll just go ahead. I'll introduce myself really quick. Robin Williams, been in internet marketing, online marketing. Started off with a tiny bit of offline marketing for, I think I've been saying 15 for a while now. So about 16 years. And I say 16, even though most of that was unsuccessful. I did, a lot of you guys heard that I did like 10 years before I made my first sell online. So that was kind of, that was, you start to kind of lose faith, but luckily I stuck around. And one of the things that I've noticed over the time is that, you could build a business really only two ways. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight is either building free traffic or paid traffic. And one of the things I really like for people to understand before they get started in any business is that you have to try to figure out what's best for you, right? So personally, I've seen people come into our particular program that we promote and market the business the wrong way. Not necessarily they're doing it the wrong way, but they're not doing it for the best, the best way that they should be doing it. For instance, we're going to be talking about free traffic, and obviously it's a lot less money to do free traffic, but you need a lot of time, right? So if you're someone that's coming in, maybe you're a doctor, lawyer, and you don't have a lot of time, you might not want to do free traffic because you're going to have to, grind every day just to get some, leads and sales prospects and all that other stuff. And then if you come in a business and you don't have much money, so maybe you have enough to keep up with your monthly memberships and things like that, you don't want to do paid. And I literally see people come in trying to do paid and they're broke, right? And so, broke and paid marketing does not go well, right? And if you do have a couple dollars, say you still want to do some marketing, there's also like a hybrid, like, okay, maybe you can pay, like this pretty much what I do. I pay for some marketing, right? And I also still do some free marketing. All right. So you could do one of the three when you come in. But the important thing is to freaking figure out what's best for you and go that route. And don't just try to, you see everybody else doing paid. Don't try to do paid when you should probably just be busting and grinding and doing free marketing, right? And, vice versa. Don't try to do free when you got some cash in that bank, right? And you can free up some time and do some paid marketing. And of course, if you do have cash, you want to learn how to do paid marketing. You don't want to just jump in there. But I think that's the first thing that I would tell people. One of the first things that I would tell people when they're starting their business, to figure out what works best for you. Is it free? Is it paid? Is it a combination of both? And I'm happy to announce that luckily, I finally got into paid marketing because people have been telling me to do it for years and I haven't. But it does free up a lot of time. Like you still have to spend time doing some stuff, but it definitely is worth it if you're, trying to build a business fast online. So I'm not going to keep going, but I'll let Louis, do you want to go next?
Richard or I,
okay.
Richard, I know how often he might tune in. But so I've been in marketing for, I'm gonna say, about 20 years, because I created my own software to help people financially and to get out of debt. Got me into having to find somebody to do my to do my website, to do all the stuff I needed done. And it was costing me an arm and a leg. So I started learning it myself. That's what got me into internet marketing, affiliate marketing, network, all the other things. And it wasn't until, we got our group together last year with the 30-minute workday that I started making money online, not necessarily with my software or in the financial realm. So, tonight I'm not the subject matter expert on this, but I've used both. And I was really apprehensive in the beginning about paid marketing. But as we've talked about on our weekly calls, it's like taking your storefront. I live in little old Groton, Vermont, that has probably 600 people in it. And it's like taking your store from there, where you put a sign out by the road. That would be free marketing right there in little Groton, to taking it and putting it downtown Boston and in front of the right people that might be interested in what you have to sell. Maybe not even Boston is the right analogy, but you're taking it by doing paid marketing. It does get you should get you a much higher percentage return, the number of people that are interested in what you have to do, versus a free market of just throwing something in a classified, or, a shotgun approach, the old postcard method, where, you get a 1% return of people that might be interested. So I'm nowhere near the subject matter expert on this tonight. So Robin, Jim, and Richard will probably have way more. So I'm learning too. And that's what we do every week. These guys have learned from me, I learn from them, and we mastermind. And if you're here watching already, just comment below on whatever page you came in on. If you have a question for as they roll out the different methods tonight on the different ways to market yourself. And let this panel help you out and mastermind together and see what we can do to help you grow your business. But this is where it's at. If you want to grow your business, there's only two ways: there's free and there's paid. And if you're gonna pay, we'll go through some different techniques of that. How to test that so you're spending your money wisely. Remember, you're doing a business, all right? So you have to have a budget, and then where can I get the most bang for my buck? At the beginning, it might not be in paid marketing, it might be in all your setup and everything you're doing. So you have to hustle with more of the free market, the free type of marketing, which can be very valuable, just takes longer to build, and then versus the paid. But anyway, that's all I have to say as an introduction. Great to be here. Great to mastermind already. So Richard, we'll give it over to you to introduce yourself and go for it.
All right. Thank you, Louis. First of all, I want to thank you all for allowing me to come on here tonight. I reached out to Robin this week to discuss some things with her, and I told her I wanted to mastermind with some peoples, and so she invited me, and I want to thank her for doing that. Most of you all don't know me. My name is Richard Harrison. I am from Mississippi. I've been online ever since the Don LePree days, okay? Bomb marketing, and way back then, article marketing. Free was for me. Made some money, but it wasn't anything consistent, just doing article marketing. And then when that Google gave the slap on that, well, of course, that income went away. So I had to try to get into this Google ads, jumped into the paid marketing, another slap that went away. And so, but I never gave up. That's just one thing about me. I never gave up. I kept pushing. And it wasn't until maybe about 4 or 5 years ago that I actually started having a breakthrough, consistent income coming in. I jumped on YouTube and just went all in. It was free. And that's my home now. I love doing YouTube video. That's where a majority of my traffic comes from. As of last week, I actually started getting into Bing a little bit. I do some solo ads as well, but I'm looking more to generate leads that I can generate myself, and that's coming from being YouTube ads as well. I do those as well. So that's where my traffic is coming from. And as they said, you're either going to do it free, which is going to take you longer, or you're going to do it paid, which is going to get you there quicker. But remember, either way it go, you're testing. Okay, it's going to be a test however you do it. But I want to encourage you that whichever route you go, do not give up on yourself. Just keep pushing. The breakthrough is coming. Thank y'all.
That's awesome. I just wanted to follow up on the, and I'm losing my train of thought on the, we're not, by the way, anybody that's watching, we are not selling anything of pay, any type of lead generation or some. This is a training session to tell you the different ways that each of us may have used, and point you to some resources that can help you in, if you're going to put ads out there, how to do it. But we're not selling any leads or anything like that on our mastermind. This is strictly to give you what's out there and how to market yourself.
I think that's a good point, Louis. Can you guys hear me okay still? I know I moved around a lot. Yeah, I think that's a good point, because we're here, we're wanting to educate some people. We want to talk about a little bit of our past. Richard brought up some good things about the history. I was reading a book last night talking about the history and in the future, where are the platforms going that you're advertising on? And if you can align with their mission, I keep getting slapped by Facebook because I'm trying to push what I want to push. But if I could align with their mission a little more, like I've done with groups, right? They want to get groups pushed out. So I've had some really good success with groups because of that. And that's a free source. We did find out, though, that they are able to be stolen from you if you're not careful. So, yes, we had an admin take over our group because an admin can remove another admin, and she removed my wife and her whole entire 25,000 members and then hid the group. So might be some legal actions involved there. We're uncertain what we're going to have to do in this situation. But beyond that, and I just wanted to throw that out there because what we do sell is a lead collection system. We sell a funnel builder that is a tool to help you collect emails. And because we've been in the list building business for the last couple years, we did manage to take a whole bunch of those people out of that group and onto a list. So now that's emails is your business, and that's what they say you own, right? So if you can take your social media platforms and move them over to your email list, you can actually take all of your free marketing and your paid marketing and own that new traffic, your own traffic that way. So when you hear of somebody come into a business and they say, I made $10,000 this month. I just started this business and I made $10,000 this month. They're talking about with their own traffic in a lot of cases, right? We could start over now and say, look, we built up this group in this month and we went from 0 to 10,000 members, but that's because we have a list of 10,000 that we can add into it really quick, So anyways, I wanted to throw that out there. It's not a lot really about traffic, but that's one of the things we talk about a lot is the stuff you don't own, the social media platforms. A lot of you probably remember MySpace. MySpace came, it was the thing. And then the next thing you know, it was nothing, right? So, I mean, I see a lot of people with their whole entire business on Facebook and nothing backing it up. And all they got to do is get a couple of complaints. And they can be shut down. They'll call it a terms of service violation, for crazy stuff. Because if you're not in their mission, like these groups, for instance, they're not making any money off these groups. They couldn't care less about that group. It's not money for them. So, anyways, I digress from there.
Well, right. It's not money for them in the groups, but the information they have on each person in that group, and then what that group is around, that's who they're marketing to, because then in their news feed is what's coming up, relevant ads to those people. So we say groups are free, right? But if you violate it, I think you're going to key in on the owning your leads after you procured them, after you got them. The other product is the HBA, the Home Business Academy, teaches all the methods that we utilize. It teaches how to do free ads. It teaches on different platforms, Instagram, Facebook. We just had some training the other night on TikTok, and so people getting some crazy results over there. YouTube, and how to use those platforms to do your free advertising, and then how to use other advertising that's paid as well. But we're getting all that training in our Home Business Academy, training that you'd have to go out there and scour the internet or pay, this supposed guru in this one thing that says, hey, I can teach you everything you need to know about this. Well, every time the new training comes out, our academy incorporates that, and our members that are succeeding in that platform bring their knowledge to our Monday Night Lives and shares that. Like this last week, the newest thing going to be added is about using TikTok. And we were blown away by that. Like the one person had like 61,000 views of her TikTok doing something very simple. And then certain amount of those people came over to her site and connected with her. So it's a numbers game. It's a shotgun approach, but it's so easy to do on a platform. Now, for me, it might not be so easy because I'm gray-haired and older and might not get so caught up in TikTok. But it's there is what I'm trying to say, is that that's another method. And by joining something like the Home Business Academy, you get all of it. And you get to ask questions and connect right there with people that are doing it now. And that's the exciting thing about it. So if there's anything that we'll talk about a lot, is that's where all of our connections have been found, is through the HBA, and being veterans, and but that's where our connections come from. And so we help each other out virtually all day long. Now, Robbins normally gets up later in the day and doesn't contribute until later, but then she's contributing until 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night, when some of us East Coast people.
What time was she on the other morning? Like 2:30 in the morning?
Right, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I just wanted to bring up about the HBA.
And I'll show you that. I'll show you the HBA system real quick. If you're on a page that looks something like this, make sure, where did I share? I don't have my 4 monitors in here. I only have 2. So you should be on a page that looks something like this, and this button down here will point you to more information on the HBA funnel builder and the HBA premium traffic and what do they end up calling it? Traffic and generation, traffic and sorry, I don't remember what it's called now. The HBA premium traffic and something. Oh, my memory. Today's been a rough day. So anyways, you can learn more here. What I also wanted to bring up before we move on too far is I want to talk about one of the big things that I read a lot about in some of those slaps like Richard was talking about is dollar lifetime customer value. And that's one of the big things that actually leads people to be able to do more paid traffic. I hear a whole lot of people say you can't make money with paid traffic, right? Because sure, if I had a business called creativethoughts.net that we sold a personalized gift, and it was a $20 basically lifetime customer value. Well, I couldn't spend a whole lot of money getting a customer at $20. But if you can get into a business like the HBA where your lifetime customer value is $500, $1,000, upwards of even that, because of longevity. See, people come into HBA and they stay around for, Robin's been here for 4 years. I've been here over a year. Louie's been here over a year. So over 3 years. I can't quite see those fingers. So, and what I'm saying is it's because we're using evergreen tools that we use in our businesses, all around our businesses. Like let's say you take a vitamin or a weight loss pill. Eventually you stop using that. Either it works well and you lose weight, right? Or it doesn't work, or you just don't use it, and then you stop buying it, stop paying for it. But our customers continue to use our products time and month after month. You guys can see this page that I'm sharing, the one-page affiliate marketing summary. Okay, my green bars are not around it like it usually is. So what that means is we're paying an 80% commission on products up to a $800 commission. So you can pay a whole lot more in paid marketing and know that with time you're going to make more money back. So if you can almost break even on the front end, then you can actually start to make money pretty darn quick. Did something happen? I got a weird message.
No, I was trying to type in wrong. So I was trying to say
Okay.
The premium is called Traffic and Conversions Academy now.
Traffic and Conversions Academy, which is what we're talking about tonight, right? We're talking about traffic. We're talking about converting that traffic. That's what this one-page affiliate marketing summary does. This book you can get free inside of our system. And it basically takes your traffic and it converts over time through our system into the value ladder. And the value ladder is what I'm talking about right now, the lifetime customer value. And the higher that lifetime customer value is, think about McDonald's. McDonald's doesn't sell a high-end product, but their marketing keeps you coming back time and time. So your lifetime customer value, I mean, think about how much have you spent at McDonald's in your life?
Hey, and they just ran a pretty decent commercial with a girl through the years. McDonald's did. And that's that lifetime value. They showed her as a young girl, then in braces, then in college, and then I think with a family, and now she's headed to McDonald's and ordering everything on an app so she can just pick it up when she got there. But the whole thing was the whole progression, that lifetime thing. And if you go back to the sheet you were just sharing, this is for any business. This is how every business on the internet operates. You go to any website and there's normally a free offer. There's a person, there's you're looking for something. You're going to come to a page and it's going to say, hey, you can get this, my 10 item checklist, XYZ, or whatever you're looking for, a piece of it. Just give me your email and name and I'll give it to you. Then there's another the handshake page, where this is introducing a little bit more of who they are, making a connection. And hey, you're going to be getting some emails from me, and it's going to be right along what you're looking for. Doesn't matter what site you go on. If I go on to Home Depot, if I go on to Kohl's or any website, financial site, anywhere, everybody is doing, this is how the businesses are operating. If you're going to have an online presence, even if you're going to have a storefront like they do, like Home Depot, they want to be able to send me coupons and reasons to come shop in their store. So even brick and mortar car stores, everybody's doing the same thing. And this is what we're teaching you how to do through these type of sessions right here. So it's how you get that person that's looking, that's scratching their head right there and that has a question. How do we get them? That's what our focus tonight, to get them onto your list so that you can make them a lifetime customer, or be able to talk to them and keep building a connection to that person over time. So that's right now we're talking tonight about how do we get them to step one of this process, from where they're scratching their head, whether that's going to, so they're looking in a paper, they're looking on Facebook, they're looking on an internet search. Richard mentioned Bing, we mentioned Google Ads, different ways that people are looking for something, and how do we get in front of them to get them into that process so that they can we can fulfill the need that they have with the products, whatever the products you're offering. Jim hit on, some people market vitamins, healthcare products, whatever it is that you're marketing. Those are the people that you want to go after, to be able to market to. And now, just to talk about the free method and then the paid methods that are available to people.
One thing I was reading about last night that I thought was a pretty interesting concept that I never really thought about was sometimes free marketing, like let's say you're doing Facebook page ads or Facebook page posts, for instance. You could do page posts and you share them to your friends and you share them on other groups and you basically just kind of push them out there and maybe you'll get one that goes viral or whatever. And then a lot of people have been complaining like, well, Facebook pages used to work really well. Well, Facebook has changed their position. They kind of got you into Facebook pages, and now they've changed pages to be a paid opportunity, which is good. A lot of people are kind of complaining, that they don't work as well as they used to. But actually, if you just learn how to do the paid strategy, they actually work really, really well. So sometimes if you're finding something that's working that's free, continue using it, even if you're not getting a really, really lot of success. But if you're getting some success and it's maybe a newer concept, like groups, for instance, is kind of a newer concept. And right now we're getting a lot of free traffic that way. When is that switchover going to come to where they're moving it into a paid strategy that we can actually take that traffic and scale up? Like YouTube, right? YouTube didn't have ads for a long time, as far as I recall. It was completely a free platform. You put out your stuff but now you can put together a video and push it out as an ad and pay to position it in front of the right people. So you can actually take that free strategy and convert it to a strategy that you can scale up. And what I mean by scaling is when you do a free version of pretty much anything, you're trading your time for traffic, right? So you're gonna, there isn't really a free method, right? Because the free methods all take time, where you can then trade your money for that instead, so that you can free up some of your time. And that's where we get to freedom, is through paid opportunities. So a lot, and I really want to hone in on that, because a lot of people really talk down about paid advertising, and paid advertising is the only way you'll ever get to freedom income. Now, I do back up a little bit and say that may not be true because of YouTube. YouTube could get you there through time, because the video is like a little billboard out there that stays over time. So if your videos are good, if you're providing value, and then your videos staying out there and actually getting traffic, and this space, somebody's gonna get it.
New space, new you.
New space, new me. Yep.
Well, and another thing about the YouTube, just recently we just learned on a Monday night mastermind, or no, actually Robin hunted this little pro tip down.
Now wait a minute, those shorts were mine. I sent that to Robin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the shorts, yeah, that was Jim.
So that puts it right to, I haven't done one yet, but after seeing what they were doing on TikTok, I see why YouTube would promote it. And then there's another one that I've been talking about. I've only got a video out there just to check it out, is Rumble. Have Richard or Robin, have you guys used Rumble? All right. Well, Rumble, instead of you having to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours, you can put your video on Rumble. All right, give them the rights to it, and they put it on YouTube, or you put your content over on YouTube. If YouTube monetizes it before you have 1,000 subscribers, it's licensed through Rumble, so Rumble gives you 60% of the ad revenue. All right, and it's now, again, I've only got one video up there, but it's like if somebody wanted to license one of your videos for a commercial, this is not for what we're doing necessarily, but for like a commercial or something, or you talk about a viral video that they might put on America's Funniest, clips or something. All right, Rumble will market that for you, and you'll get the revenue from that. because they're licensing it through them, and you don't have to deal with any of that.
So that could be a good position if you were good at videos, but not good at maybe building communities or not good at maybe getting traffic, right? So that's an interesting concept. If you
But
didn't
anyway, I digress. That's another
Yeah.
free source out there that you can throw your content and share it. And when somebody, if it gets monetized, then you can make a little bit of money off your content. We're teaching people how to do things. You know, Christy teaches people how to bake. So if somebody watches the video through there, and then any ads that pop up on there, she could be getting, you know, they'll even change the title of it if you give them the rights to do that, to get the best bang for the buck off of that video. So just let you know,
very interesting. Very interesting. Trying to think of what else I've been reading the last couple days about it. Robin, Richard, got anything to kind of add in? And I'll look for something that we can share a little.
I'll let Richard go in if he wants to next, because I know we could be talkative. So.
Yeah, I was just thinking one of the things, you know, that when it comes down to getting traffic, you know, you have to know who your ideal customer is. You have to know who you want to
not to
work
enter
with, you know, because if you're trying to market to everybody, you're marketing to nobody. That was a hard lesson for me to learn. And when I learned it, that's when things started, you know, really coming together for me. And so that's why, you know, personally for me, I prefer YouTube over Facebook because YouTube is a search engine. And so I do keyword research, get the volume. Now I know what kind of content that I need to be putting out there on YouTube that's going to attract my ideal audience. Okay. I'm after network marketers. I'm after affiliate marketers. Why? Because they need HBA. They need the tools. You know, I think it was mentioned on one of the trainings. I was on one last night. Who made the most money in the gold rush days? It certainly wasn't the gold diggers. It was the ones selling the tools. Okay. So when you can provide a tool with the flux of people that's coming to the internet now to make money, to provide for their families, they need HBA. And if you can get in front of those people with HBA at the price point it is beautiful because I was paying for a $50 system for 4 years now, you know, but hey, for the low entry cost, the training is just out of this world. And so when you get in front of that ideal audience, you have to know who you're talking to. Okay. And my thing is, I'm pretty sure you all do it too. When I'm doing my video, I'm only speaking to one person. I'm only talking to my avatar, my Sue, my John. That's who I'm talking to. And it works. So you need to know who your ideal customer is. You need to know, as Nick said, if you was stranded on an island, who would you want to wake up with? And don't mind hanging out with every day, all day. Those are the people I'm going after. Okay, Robin?
Oh, wow. So yeah, I was about to start off with like the niche. And I thought it was really important for people to understand that, especially starting off, you kind of want to stick with one niche. I know a lot of people go back and forth on that. If you don't know how to market, stick with one niche, that product, make sure it's a profitable niche. You know, a lot of people think you can make a whole bunch of money selling just anything. That's, you know, it's going to be a hard time selling something that isn't, you know, in a profitable niche. So you want to make sure that is congruent with your audience, and basically what you want to do is find out where your audience is hanging out at, and depending on what platform it is, you know, may determine whether or not you should even attempt to market there. So like what Richard is on YouTube, he could literally find just any profitable niche and market, because the way you market on YouTube, you can attract those people to you through search engine optimization. But on Facebook, it's a whole different story. Like, you don't use SEO, and you have to essentially go out there and find your audience, right? So you want to make sure you know where your audience is at, whether it be on Facebook Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, all of that stuff. You want to know where they're at. And I wrote down some notes. Okay, so the next thing, you want to realize that just because you're on that platform, it does not mean you're going to automatically get traffic. You a lot of times you have to build that audience. So Facebook is an amazing place for people trying to learn how to make money online. But if you do not build an audience, I know I go to a lot of people's pages that say, they'll be affiliates and they'll just post stuff to the page and it's like zero engagement, like nothing out there. You literally have to learn to build your audience. Okay. So like you will make absolutely no money if you just go out on the platform and, post. And I hear a lot of people also say, I want to be everywhere. I want to be on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It's good if you got people that you're going to pay to build an audience. But if you plan on being on those platforms, first of all, you're going to spread yourself thin. And because you have to build that audience, you can't just jump on all of these social media sites and say you're awesome because you're on all the social media sites. No, your marketing probably sucks. If you're, using all of those platforms without paying somebody to build that audience. So find a platform, build your audience. You kind of probably want to start off with one platform you want to stick with after that, with that also. Then after you build your audience, starting from building your audience, you want to make sure you get people on your list using, I think Jim brought it up, or Louis, I can't remember, but basically a funnel builder. You need a way to capture their information. Obviously, Facebook, again, works a little bit different than YouTube, right? Facebook, you'll be talking to people a lot of times via the posts or inboxing. YouTube is kind of like you must have, like, I don't even know if anybody could even market a business successfully on YouTube without a funnel builder, right? Unless they literally pulling them to social media sites where they can connect, but you almost must have a funnel there to capture those leads. And then after that, the list that Jim mentioned, and in my email, I put super traffic. So that was my version of super traffic. Like once you get those people on your list, that list belongs to you. So whether they take away your Facebook group, whether they take down your YouTube channel, or close your Facebook ads, right? You literally have a list to start over if you needed to, right? To start from scratch. So that's, to me, is like super traffic right there. The list that you own, that you could literally market any product within that niche to your list. So that's essentially, whether you're doing free or paid, you want to go over those things. You want to, find a niche, have your product within that profitable niche, find a platform that people are hanging out with. Then what I say next? Oh, build the audience. We can't go without the audience. And then you want to have the tools in place in order to, build rapport, collect the audience, and build rapport over time. So essentially, that's all you really need. And then a lot of people, what they're missing is basically the training to do this stuff, right? The training on how to build the audience and use these platforms and things like that. So that's kind of where we come into play with the HBA. Okay, so we do have the tool, the HBA funnel builder. We have the training for free and some paid marketing. What else I was going to say? Oh, the list, we don't essentially sell it, but we do teach how to build a list, right? So I think that's, I don't know, I think we have a huge part, like Richard said, when it comes to building an audience for people that's in MLM, affiliate marketing, and things like that. So, yeah.
Sounds good. I wanted to hit on a couple of the same things, but to a different take. While YouTube is a search engine because it's owned by Google, right? It's also a massive community stage. People come back to your list there. Robin said maybe you wouldn't even need a funnel builder. And I kind of feel like, that you definitely would need a funnel builder, but I feel like people frequent there after a while. So it's like you could, in each video, get them back to your main website. I'm not recommending that you do that, but I do think that it's a lot more social than I thought it was. I always thought it was just video to video. You don't have to have any rhyme or reason or none of that. But the more you can drag somebody into your social network on YouTube, the way better you could do. You don't want to do videos about cats and dogs even necessarily, right? You might want to target just in on cat lovers or just in on dog lovers. And because if you get some dog lovers there that are not cat lovers or they're cat haters, right? They're going to end up going away. Even that, I mean, as unique as, you know, a niche like that could be. You know, I do a YouTube for a video game, and throwing in just different videos from different games is a separation. So I kind of got to do one game for a while and keep that niche all the same into that one game, or else those people come in to see that game and they're like, oh, this ain't the game I was watching. So they're gone, you know? And then also I wanted to talk about Facebook and how it's also a search engine. And a lot of people don't really understand that concept. You can see here, if you go to Uber Suggest and you do some keyword research.
You sharing?
Nope, I'm not, but I will. That was quick, Robin. You knew I was going to do it. You can see that the word Jim Rohn quotes gets 8,100 searches a month out on whatever network this is. I'm not exactly sure how they accumulate this information. But if you go over here to Jim Rohn quotes, I put together a group, and you can see that by using that keyword, I've accumulated 25,000 members in this group that are completely from search results, completely organic traffic. So if you search Facebook for Jim Rohn quotes, when you search for that, my group will pop up right there on the top every time. So you can use Facebook groups in a search.
Stay right there, Jim, because this is a free method that
Right.
This costs nothing. He just did a keyword search. He uses a tool that does cost him something, but you can go and do 10 searches on there. I think 5 or 10 a day.
So many a day. So you can do some light keyword research. Yeah. Sorry.
Right.
Go ahead, Louis.
So he got the keyword that, you know, the people that he's looking for. Then he got them over here. And on the next steps, is very important what he's going to show you of you know, how he gets them from there to his list. Is that where you were going, Jim?
Yeah. Well, and I was just mostly showing how the search does work. Is it as good as YouTube? No, maybe not, you know, but in the end, this is, you know, organic traffic. There's not been one single ad run to this to get 25,000 members to sign up over here. So then what I do over here is I have automatic.
Can you zoom in a tiny bit? Not a lot, just a tiny bit.
Yeah, but I don't want to zoom in on this part because
okay. Alrighty.
This could be some emails. I'll scroll down a little bit, so maybe not. Okay, still emails.
You could change it to
That's fine. I won't show too many of them. So what I do over here then is I have questions that I ask, and one of those questions leads to, will you give me your email? And I kind of describe it a little more. If yes to the questions above, enter your best email for more information. I've built this group to over 25,000 members in just over 1 year and have been marketing online for 20 years. Do you want more information? And a lot of people will put in their information for that. 41 leads in the last 28 days. Now, this is at a point where this, I mean, I was getting 200 or 300 or 400 emails a day for a while because they were just coming in so fast I couldn't even handle it for a while. So there's 41 in the last 28 days. And I get some, here's member requests for just the last couple days. I get some people that will answer in here, but if you answer all 3 questions and you're got more than a year, you'll automatically get approved. And then I don't even have to worry about accepting you into the group. You can go right in and start posting. And then, you know, a little bit of work, just fielding people and making sure that they're not posting stuff because this is Jim Rohn quotes, right? So I do a very good job of keeping it. Notice the reason there's not much spam in this group is because I delete the member, not just the posts. Keep that in mind. So if it's not about Jim Rohn and it's specifically spam, then they're gone. But check this out. This post gets 2,000 post reach. I didn't post this post. It's got 9 shares. But it's also, when you share this out, it's going to have Jim Rohn quotes on the top of the post share. So it's going to end up funneling everybody back into this group. And then those people come in and they join my group. People are all the time inviting people to the group. Now, and I'll digress a little bit, but here's 55 shares in here, so this gets shared out all over the place, and people are joining in droves day after day. And because I've kept it so niche, I know that everybody that follows Jim Rohn are pretty high quality leads as far as business related. So I've gotten a lot of sales this way. And you can do that with, I don't want to say anything, right? But you can do that with a bunch of stuff, a lot of quotes, anything that really has a community type involvement with it. You may not do it with lawn care, right? It's just not got the community aspect to it, but anything that you could kind of wrap into where there's some community around it,
Rich
affiliate,
dad, poor dad, right?
affiliate marketing for, like affiliate marketing for beginners, right? Affiliate marketing for beginners, right? It's a decent name for a group. It's getting 1,600 searches a month. Long as there's not a bunch of other groups out there that are the same, 1,600 searches a month. That's not bad. I mean, you definitely start a video based on that, right? See how much the traffic competition is. It's 20. It's not amazing, but for Facebook, this competition is, 20 is still pretty low because Facebook, nobody's really doing a keyword research marketing strategy on Facebook because it's not a search engine, right? So I wanted to throw those ideas out there because that's one of those things that knowing a little more about the platform can really help. Like I said, with YouTube, I didn't realize it was so community based. When I first started doing YouTube video, well, I didn't do YouTube videos for a long time because I thought, my videos aren't really like that. They're not something that I want to just one off and hope I get people involved, But once I started learning that you could build a community over there, it shifted the idea of it quite a bit. So hope that helps somebody out there. If anybody else has anything they want to roll in and add in, if not, I'll go into some premium viewing.
Let's get it. My voice,
All
I didn't
right.
mean for my voice to crack like that.
All right. So we've shared a lot of ideas, a lot of strategies, a lot of techniques, what we don't really do here is the how-to, because the how-to, it changes a lot. It's very detailed, specific. Like for instance, we've got get free traffic, and this strategy I was just talking about. Nope. Dang it, Robin.
That's normally my job, Robin.
As long as somebody's on it, we're good. So this strategy that I just talked about with the Facebook group is something that's in our academy. We actually did this on a Monday night call. We all put in our ideas. We started rolling it together. We came up with new little things to tweak it and make it work more efficient and better. Me and my wife both my wife had 25,000 member group. I do think she'll get it back, so I'm not too concerned about it, but who knows for sure. And I have several other groups that are around a couple thousand members, as well, because it's a really easy strategy. But anyways, this strategy is right here. Is that not the right one? That doesn't look like the right one. Simple free. No, that's not it. It's the free Facebook ad method. So it's one video, steps you through the whole process, exactly what questions to ask and everything in here. So it's going to step you through every single bit of it, based on our founder, what he put together from our masterminds calls like this that we did over the course of several weeks. And then as we all got success using those groups, it's all accumulated here. And then the same thing over here too. We talked about YouTube quite a bit. There's actually 15 videos in here for YouTube. And it tells about everything, search engine optimizations. It'll talk a little bit about Ubersuggest. It'll talk, about your YouTube channel strategy, not to be sporadic. Don't do dogs and cats, right? I mean, it's pretty specific on how to do it. It's going to break it down to your YouTube channel setup. My YouTube, I got several of them, but it will show you things like how to set up your cover picture, how to put in your profile picture, what to put along here so that you get extra stuff, extra juice on your channel. Now I'm not doing amazing because I'm pretty new at it, but it's still growing. 84 subscribers. It grows by a couple subscribers, every other day or so. So Same thing. I got a video game channel. Louis and I have a new verse of the day channel. So this will step you through every bit of the process of exactly how to set that up, to set up each one of those pictures. Then it'll go further into keyword research, video tools and equipment. Should you start off with a high-end camera? Do you really need it? My camera's like $100. It's not amazing, but it works. I mean, with the phones out there now, you can use the phones for most everything. So it'll tell you some stuff. You may have seen I have a green screen, so I get this nice background. Even that you can fake and have a fake green screen through a lot of different systems, or add in a green screen after you're done shooting your video. So, so it'll tell you some of that stuff. Top 14 video creation tips, give you all kinds of ideas on videos. Bulletproof 4-step YouTube video formula. I probably need to watch that one again because that sounds pretty awesome. And I watched a lot of this stuff and then started putting stuff together, and I'm like, man, that's cool. How would I have ever thought of that? So I don't want to go too far into that because I want to share a couple others, but the same idea here is that first one I accidentally clicked on was this building and but they don't have the name of the whole thing here. The simple, free, unlimited leads with Facebook. And it will show you the same kind of ideas here. Building an attractive foundation. It shows you how to set up your profile, what to post on Facebook, how to get attention over there, attracting more business with magnetic images, so that you're not just hitting people with spam all day long. You're actually putting stuff out there that people want to look at. Digging deeper into image creation. So there's some ideas in here on how to use a couple of different image creation tools, how to grow your friends list. It talks a lot of different ways about how to actually get friends without going to Facebook jail, right? If you've added a bunch of friends, that pretty quickly you end up locked out and can't add any friends or comment or anything. So this is ways to kind of protect yourself from that. What to say when you're working with your Facebook leads instead of friend requesting and being like, hey, do you want to join my company? I mean, I get those all the time, especially, man, the foreign exchange people, they just hit you right up. Bam. As soon as they friend request you, hey, look at this foreign exchange stuff. Like, holy
I block
moly.
them all after the friend request. After the friend request, I block.
Hey, they're good leads if you don't mind spending the time converting them. Free leads coming to you. The daily method of operation. What should you be doing on a daily basis on your Facebook? A lot of us get in this trap of being consumers instead of producers. We'll end up scanning for what was 5 minutes turns into 2 hours, and well, you did 2 hours of work on your business, right? All you really did was looked at cat videos the whole time. So so you got to be careful of that. And it'll tell you, it'll give you a checklist. Check this out. It's got a little checklist that'll walk you through. Part-time, if you're 1 to 2 hours a day, start 10 new conversations each day. I was reading Russell Brunson's book last night about this, and he said, his top 100, he goes and he does 10 messages every single day to his top 100. Still after he's got 165,000 accounts, he still does 10 messages a day to his top 100, like influencers above him, and that's how he ended up on, he always dreamed of doing work with Anthony Robbins. And then the next thing he says it took him 10 years, but after 10 years of posting on Anthony Robbins' Facebook page, he's now doing Anthony Robbins book funnels for him. So you never know what's going to happen after just consistency. Now, 10 years, Robin knows 10 years is a long time, right? And then it tells you too, if you're full-time, you're going to do 2 to 4 hours a day. That sounds a whole lot better than 8 to 12 hours a day, right? Start 25 new conversations each day. And another reason that we like to show you all this stuff is maybe you don't want to start 25 conversations each day, right? So just don't do this part of Facebook. That simple. There could be another thing to do out there. I don't like talking to new people on Facebook. I just don't like it. But I can talk to people in my group because they already know, like, and trust me. So they're coming in, they're like, man, this guy's put together this group of 25,000 people. He must know something, So I message them and they're pretty open about stuff. We'll go back in here. What else is in there? That one's pretty much done there. And then it goes into, this was all the free stuff, and there's still a lot of other stuff. Blogging, the blog network, LinkedIn mastery, Facebook Live mastery, MeWe. There's even new MeWe stuff. I don't know too much about it, but it's pretty similar to Facebook over there, just a few different ways. They don't have any paid strategy that I know of so far. They're all free, but they'll convert to a paid strategy at some point. And then the same thing, there's paid traffic, solo ads with Ben Martin. Solo ads are basically, how do you get into someone else's list, right? They've grown a list a long time. Either they've wore it out themselves or they don't know how to do conversions very well. So they'll let you use their list to market to their list. They're good at building a list. They just don't know how to sell to their list for whatever reason, or just some other business plan. Lots of different ways there. Facebook ads and Facebook video ads. And then we go into getting sales and conversions, the 13-point conversion formula. I don't think I've ever watched that video. That must be a newer one. How to close online leads, getting your new team members started right. So if you're in like a network marketing business or something like that, this one will help you to tell people, how, it'll tell you how to get them to follow you better. So learn some languages that will help people move with you a whole lot better. I want to look at this one because I don't think I ever have.
Yeah, it's new.
Okay. This audio paints the big picture of overall sales and conversion process and gives you critical points to focus on to improve sales conversions. 31 minutes. Sounds like something Nick probably put together from the way it reads.
Paul
did? Okay.
Yeah, somebody asked him a question about conversion. So instead of him doing the whole, just answer back to the person, he put it out there for us all.
Awesome. So if you come into our page, this page right here, and you do show me more, this is going to click over to, oops. Oh, I don't have my thing on there. I never go in there with my thing. Friends Making Money, Thursday Night Live. This is going to click over to the HBA Premium, and it's going to give you a chance to come in and look at the HBA Premium for $1 for 1 week. So you get to come in here and look at all this stuff that we've talked about inside of this system, inside of the HBA Premium. All of this stuff, all of these things we've covered on paid and on free and paid marketing, and exactly the how-to on any one of those strategies that we've talked about. So you can come in here, you can find out what all we got going on. You can meet Mike and Paul. We've all met Mike and Paul, some of us in person, some of us on a stream like this. They tell you a lot about the business, the freedom, the mission, and then you can go through, lucrative commissions. That's another thing. This product pays at 80% commission. So, and not only does it pay an 80% commission, it pays an 80% month after month commission. Go ahead, Louis.
I was going to say, Paul and Mike are the reason why we stick around constantly. These two guys are our mentors. Mike is my main mentor, but they both have become, over the years, very humble beginnings, struggle like the rest of us, no silver spoon in their mouth, right? And when you listen to their stories, single wild trailing home, and you listen to some of Mike's Mike's testimony and the things he struggled with and with school and stuff, you would have never thought, but they're both became millionaires online by being consistent and providing value. And they might have been duped a couple of times by some good companies and said, you know what, we're going to make a environment where everybody's welcome. It doesn't cost them an arm and a leg. They can come. It's a monthly program. Get what you need, stay as long as you want, and be part of the community or leave. And what we find is that there is a great core that is here to learn and to grow and to get the breakthrough that they need. And I just can't say enough about the two of them and the reason why here. And so I'm hoping that anybody watching, like Jim said, you can get in very cheaply and get access to everything we've talked about tonight. If you're interested any of it for your marketing, for your business, you can get in here and get access to it. And hey, if after a month you say, I'm not going to really use it, I'm not getting any value out of it, then cancel. When this here, you got a 7-day trial for $1, for $1. I mean, that's not trust that they know, what they're providing for value is so much more than that. It's incredible. And the good thing about it is that, we get to share it with other people, and you can see right above there, right? The membership's $125 a month, but it pays a $100 residual commission. So you get one more person, you get 2 people that you help out that are struggling with their marketing efforts, involved, and give them tools. Yours is free, and you're actually making money that you can then turn towards and put towards your marketing. All right, it's a win-win. And then every Monday night, we have a free mastermind for an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, with Paul and Mike. And if, like this last Monday night, if somebody is doing very well with a methodology or on the leaderboard, like Robin keeps knocking it out of park on, they'll invite them out to share. Hey, what are you doing? Show us what you're doing so that we can show our community. And that's what we do. It's not like the work environment. When you're marketing and working with fellow marketers, trying to, they're trying to better people's lives. And when you work in a job, and everybody's trying to say, how can I be better than them to get the next promotion, or, the office gossip and the backbiting and just the commute, everything that goes along with it. That's not in this environment. And right, as long as you're still quarantining and COVID is here, there is no better time than to learn this skill. No better time. I mean, we were just talking, I was visiting an aunt. She's 90 years old, hasn't been able to have visitors. She has cancer. They're giving her like 6 months to live, and she's like, I was able to go over and see her today. I wouldn't have been able to do that if I had a job, that would have been out of the question. But, she's talking about having a good life. And we were talking about how all the Walmarts and all the supermarkets and everything are all going to, the whole model's changing, right? Because of COVID. Is that now you're going to be you order your groceries. And I know Jim does this all the time, and they go pick it up in the parking lot. Or if you live in a big city, you can have a little drone deliver it to your door. All right. All the people that are working in those jobs are going to be jobless. You don't need to have all the store clerks that you hadn't had before, because we're pushing everybody outside. There's going to be very few coming inside. They've already changed the whole front end to, almost the whole front end to, self-checkout. So even when you do go in, you're still not having 5, 6 registers open. You've got 2 or 3 maybe with real people there, and the rest of them are all automatic checkout with one person maybe manning it in case there's an issue. That's where a lot of the jobs are going to go. So we get $15 minimum wage eventually. That's going to be great, but there's not going to be any jobs for them, because the reason why the market's gone up. I mean, I'm going to segue just a little bit here, but the reason why the market's gone up so much is because the tech stocks have taken off, because they're automating everything that they can possibly automate with the money they're getting because of COVID, so that they don't have to have employees do all the little tasks. So when they do go back to work, it's going to be a lot less people needed to do the same. You're going to be filling a machine. All right. That's what you're going to be doing, if anything. So, prepare. I came out of the Air Force, and I always go off on this tangent a little. I came out of the Air Force, got a job in the power industry, had a job for life, living the American dream. And within 3 years, hey, we're automating. We're eliminating all these jobs. It was a union job, right? Things changed. I wasn't looking. I wasn't looking for something else to be an entrepreneur at the time. But once that happened to me, and I had a family, and we lost our home, I started looking. I was like, I never want this to happen again. All right. And that's what got me on my financial software. But it also got me into this arena where, people, if somebody, like when I was in the military, they would have grabbed my head and like just turned it, hey, look over here, son. Look at what you could do if you just pivot, or just take the blinders off, because we grow up in these homes and you're taught, go to school, get good grades, get a good job, and you're good for life. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. I know it has nothing to do with free traffic or free or paid traffic, but if you're here tonight, this does work. This does work. You do make money doing, you might not, most of us are internet marketers. In other words, or we help other people learn the skills to become a good marketer in whatever they're doing. But my son, Jim, he does a website. He's using the funnel builder. He's making flags for front lines and giving money to the fire departments. He's 17 years old. You know why he started doing some of this stuff? He started doing some of this because when the COVID hit, he was working at McDonald's, and we said, you can't. My wife works at a nursing home. You get out of there. So he's like, well, how am I going to make money for my stuff? Well, we started teaching him how to market online. He did really well, but it wasn't for him. But now he's making a product, and he's just taking off. It's incredible. We just spent $2,800 for a CNC machine so he could do more. I think there's a page there where he's on the news. I think it's on the testimonials. Yeah, right there. So he was on the local channel. Senator Leahy calls him up and says, hey, I'm going to have a flag flown over the United States, over the Capitol, and I'm going to announce it on the Senate floor, and I'm going to send you the flag, and I'm going to do the same thing for the fire department that you are volunteering at. All right? All because he took action and did something. Didn't take a whole lot. He just started moving. But, if you're on the fence, hey, does this work? Can this work for me? Christy, Jim's wife, she does a baking academy. All right? You don't have to do internet marketing. You can market other stuff. You see people out there marketing Ted's woodworking stuff all the time. That's a ClickBank product, right? My son Michael sold some of those. And that's just an affiliate marketing. But this is with our funnel builder. This is with a $25 product. Christy has this whole site here. And she's getting people from, the Facebook group. We mentioned they're having some issues with that today. But, get a lot of followers, get a traffic to your website. But this is one of the tools that we have inside that you could use it for anything. Coaching, a baking business, a flag, the store, you don't have to pay for an extra store fee. I think we're using PayPal. It costs us nothing. Jim's trying to remember his password to get into the back office there. But it all starts off, we start off every night with a subject that we want to talk about, but we have such passion around helping people create their business and just go for it. We want to show you some things that people are doing with it that you could do. Jim built this page and he always takes a picture, or takes a picture when I'm looking the goofiest. And I think that's just to get effects so people will watch it. But it never fails. I have not seen one where it's been a good picture, but whatever. That page was built on our funnel builder so that we can share it out to people like that we invite to these meetings, these Thursday nights. They can share the code, and it can help them build their business just by coming here and getting some free training. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm excited.
That page was all built out with our $25 a month funnel builder. And I don't know if you saw there's 1,011 contacts in there that are all inside of her membership system for $25 a month. If you were to go and price out what a membership site with 1,000 members costs, it's probably in the almost $1,000 a month range. And we're paying $25 a month for it. Now, not all of those are paid. Some of those are basic free memberships, but a lot of them are paid. Let me see if I can filter this so I don't show emails. There we go. that'll just show mine, and then I'll show.
Richard, Robin, you guys have any examples or anything you want to bring up?
So you can see here
No,
that these are all, oops, I still didn't mean to show that, but these are all paid memberships. This Cake Pop 20, Hot Chocolate 44, Intro to Cookies 31, Canva Fundamentals 16, Easter Cookies 7. So each one of these have sold out to actually paid money. And then, so she's made money on all of these. Then the membership, I don't know if I know she's working on memberships right now because the same thing, she's having issues. She lost her business partner is what happened. And then that person was not very upstanding. So all these numbers are numbers that she's actually sold and is actually making money using the funnel builder, not selling the funnel builder, but selling classes to her niche, to her system and what she teaches. So all of those are videos for different baking methodologies that she teaches home business bakers. So that's what she's using the funnel builder for. She doesn't use the funnel builder at all for selling. Now I use it to sell to some of her people because, you know, they stick around. I show you one of the pages that was, hold on, I'm not sharing yet. Don't get on me.
I had my hand hovering over the mute button. Just
I have to show you her actual baking page because I don't see the other in my setup anymore.
yeah, but she used the free traffic method too, though, to
yeah,
build.
she used the free traffic method. Now this is her actual cake page that she made with the funnel builder also. So it's got our address, a contact me form on it, follow me on Facebook, about me. And then the same thing, she just posts this on Facebook with a picture of a cake that she's selling. And that's her free traffic method. She doesn't do any kind of paid marketing at all for her cake business. And you can come in here and see she's a talented artist, self-taught, and she's made these cakes. And of course she gets referrals, which is something we didn't really talk about, is getting referrals is a great free marketing method. Always ask for a follow-up referral, you know, just mention, hey, if you know anybody that needs a cake, hey, if you know anybody, hey, if you know anybody, maybe they know somebody, you know. It's weird how when you talk about something, somebody knows exactly who it is that you're looking for. So she's made all these cakes, and she just does this from home. This was one of her early ones, but people at work were like, who left the turkey out on the table? and it's a cake under there. So they were blown away, and it was so good. There wasn't, when she brought the pan home, there was like one little piece of this white frosting left. They devoured the whole rest of the pan.
So they just gonna leave the bone there.
Does she have the cake on there that she made for Blaine Anthony?
I don't know if it's on here.
So guys, Blaine Anthony he has the TV series the Bear Whisperer, and he's from Maine, and he's got his own TV channel and channel that show that he has, and then he hires, but he was down there on a hunt. And it's funny because I know Blaine from up here in Vermont, and friends with, you know, we have like friends. Now he's down there hunting in Florida, and it was his birthday and they wanted a cake for him. I think Christy made him an alligator cake. So it's like a little small world how you can be connected to people, you know. Right?
And he's commissioned a boar with a apple in its mouth too. There's the alligator cake. There's what it looked like when it was delivered. They really loved it, and she uses all cake for all of it, so it's all edible. Buttercream. Everybody says, you know, how great it is when she's done. But
so he's the Hitman series. He has the Hitman series, and then the Bear Whisperer. And so,
this is one she did for a child, and I helped her pick out the pieces because Star Wars is my thing. But so anyways, just, you know, we love doing this. We love sharing this. We love showing everything we got working. And this is one of those things, you know, if you're in a niche like this, you could be putting pages together for other people. I was trying to show you Holly's Temptations. I think it is. I don't know why it's not coming up in my I don't know what it's called. It was coming up in my bar all the time. That's one that we have sold.
Hey, Jim, Robin's gonna need to be hopping off here. So
Okay.
I don't
Go ahead,
know.
Robin. Appreciate
Have
you
a good
coming out. You got
night.
any last words?
You know, get
Good night.
in. Yeah, good night, and get in if this is something that resonates with you, like quality products with quality people. So I'm
Richard,
excited all over again every time I come out here.
Every
So,
time, every Thursday.
yeah. All right, guys.
yeah,
Night.
thanks for
right.
joining too,
All right,
Richard.
have
You
a
don't
good
have to
one.
go, Richard, just because she's gonna hop off. But
We'll hang out a few more minutes. Yeah. So Richard, anything you want to add or talk about or think we missed tonight or?
No. I think y'all did a real good job of explaining everything, especially about the traffic. And I really enjoyed being on here tonight. I'm looking forward to next Thursday and every other Thursday after that. I wanted to get this mastermind with some people that was inside of HBA, and I think I'm at home right now.
hey, awesome,
Love it.
awesome. Hey, the more that if you're watching and you've used an HBA or have questions, contact us and we can get you on as a guest and stuff. But Richard, I hope you become a staple here. And
Oh yes, most definitely.
And so too, Richard, in case you don't know, down here on the bottom of your page, all you got to do is put in your HBA affiliate code and then press the button, and this will actually recreate with your code on the end. So you can use my URL, and that button will then become yours. So you can share out this replay or whatever you want, and it'll last. I'll update this to the next week, and this replay will be up for the whole week. So
Okay.
If you want to take a segment out of it and say, look what we talked about here, and point people to it that way, I usually get a couple emails out of it through the week that way,
All
so
right.
and that's the same with anybody. If you're here and you're an HBA member, or when you become an HBA member, just throw your token down here in the bottom. You'll learn what a token is, and then it will replicate this page for you. So we'll make sales for you right away.
I think YouTube seriously waits that I'm looking the most goofiest I can look. Everybody else is looking good. I'm like, stupid. But hey, Richard, the other thing about that is that if you take that link after you make it, all right, and you have your own domain, all right, then just make a shortened link from your domain.
Okay, sounds
So
good.
like I have mytotalshortcutsystems.com/Thursday Night Live goes right to that page. It's all set up. So I'm sharing out my domain name with the Thursday Night Live.
Gotcha.
And this way, later on, if you decide to do something different, it's yours. You didn't send all kinds of traffic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You still own it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. No, not a problem. I'll make a redirect out of it. Most definitely.
For sure. Cool, man. Well, good having you.
Enjoyed it. Thank you.
Hope everybody enjoyed. Click that button and find out some more. And we will see you next week.
Stay warm.
All right. Nice to meet y'all. Y'all have a good one. Thank you.
You too.